A heavily understated toxicity is racism within cosplay communities, and within a world that is especially tense within this immature racist behavior. There are very few groups hit harder than the Black community when it comes to online harassment. Regardless of your lame-ass opinion, your canon character isn't gatekept by race. Cosplay is for everyone, and the online cowardice that plagues our social media formed from always horrendous-looking, misguided incels with no real purpose in our world should not have a grip at all. However, humans have emotions, and that grip comes when innocent people feed into that and continue to observe this behavior and hate. But sometimes this so-called harmless online activity, this so-called freedom of speech, ends up causing so much harm that it leaves the web. It hits home, and then the damage is irreversible. Ashley Paxton, known online as SquidKid1111, was a talented young cosplayer who did what millions of fans do every day. They put on a costume, took some photos, and shared their love of their favorite characters. That's it. That's all they did. And for that, they were hunted online, harassed, mocked, told they didn't belong, told their skin ruined the character, told they were not accurate, told they should stick to the tiny handful of characters white fans permit Black people to cosplay, not because they started drama, not because they were reckless, not because they courted controversy, but because they were Black. Ashley was a third-year student at the University of California, Los Angeles, or UCLA, majoring in chemistry and biochemistry, as well as being a departmental award recipient. They were also obviously a well-known cosplayer with significant followings on Instagram being over 15,000 and TikTok being over 70. They were highly respected among cosplay peers and other creators, and truly, Ashley had nothing but potential ahead of them. But that changed. It changed with faceless accounts, anime faces, and senseless hate. Pussies who don't even hold the power to hold their genitals when they piss, hate-filled and often loathed at home. The comments kept coming, the hate kept piling on and on, and over the course of her extensive run in the cosplay community, it finally began to take its toll. Ashley would take her life on October 27th, 2025, and there's a lot to talk about with that. A lot more to be said. To begin, the misconception of her death being live-streamed. This simply did not occur. I've received a lot of comments about this and in regards to this case and that I should cover it, and the reason being that she supposedly live-streamed her death. And while I did choose to cover it, that wasn't the reason I chose to dive in. Death is sensationalized, even when it's not intentional. The facets of death are what forms the urge, the curiosity in itself, and the unknown. While rather normal, unfortunately this is where the term, if it bleeds, it leads, comes from. The idea that if there is blood or death, truly it will be front-page news. People have always had a fascination with death, but this also leads people to believe just about anything when it comes to death. Urban legends and gore are beyond abundant. I am grateful it was not a viewable event. A personal anecdote. I never intended to cover death in the first place, especially gore. My tolerance for it is built from trauma and scientific indifference. The events I view are past tense, but I do in fact have empathy. And while Goremas is a satire on the often misguided opinions of my content, this video is nothing of the sort. It is a stark reminder of what the dark reality of our world really is, the world closest to us. And while you may not be a person of color, you use social media, right? You follow people, friends, family, people you like in general. You're subscribed to me. So think of one of your favorites for a moment, giving in to the hate that we all receive. And then it hits you. It hits you because we are all people, even behind a screen. You start to realize that everybody's a human being here, and being a keyboard warrior really does not safeguard you from the consequences of your actions. All of our blood runs red, and I've seen so much of it. This person's death was caused by monsters, not people. I know what monsters are. They walk among you, they clock in and out with you at work, and then they log into their social media, just like you. But I do not believe evil is a curse. I believe evil is a choice. Racism is a taught evil. It is not natural, it is not order, it is not derived from intelligence. This event is not an isolated one either. This is something Black people have said for years in the cosplay community. This was an act from a culture of racist gatekeeping that has been rotting these communities from the inside since day one. It affects all spaces online, and honestly outside of the web as well, especially gore, gaming. And why should gore matter? Maybe it doesn't, but my point there is that literally nowhere, you cannot go anywhere to avoid this toxicity, and it's genuinely gross. I see it as a sign of underdeveloped intelligence and emotional immaturity. A cycle of taught abuse full of hypocrisy and hate. Under each layer of the skin lies the same colors. If you were flayed, would it remove your racial identity, or would you be revealed as human? My stance on these matters has not swayed. This is not performative or new. Observe your lack of growth, and learn, or wilt and rot with the rest of the lonely ingrates. See the consequences of words and action. To drive someone to do that is the utmost evil, and it is revolting in character in all aspects of thought. Mental illness is another thing. Our escapes in this world are fleeting, and sometimes we get better chances than others. So when our spaces are invaded by the senselessness, some people break. It isn't fair. And I should remind you, viewer, listener, sleeping subscriber, that you matter too. Remember your whys and become your next why. Ashley has been given tribute since their passing by many creators, acknowledging their impressive 7-year cosplay career and highlighting the many achievements they earned in their young life. And while this should have never happened, their death is a reminder of one of the darkest realities of our world, as I said before. They were not the first, and sadly they will not be the last. Support your loved ones, friends, family, especially marginalized individuals. Check in on them, and make sure they know you're here for them. And always remember you matter too. You are needed, and I want you here to stay too. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. And remember, if it bleeds, it leads.